right, this is going to be the quickest possible way to get the Season 2 Chapter 1 Team Affinity done 100%. Don't have to worry about it again. Let's go. All right, so this is the method I use for pretty much every Team Affinity that drops. The Chapter 1, the first Team Affinities that drop are usually the easiest ones. You shouldn't be grinding for hours to get low diamonds. They're all in the high 80s. No 90s, so they should be quick. You should not have to grind for 62 days. All right, the two things I would ignore are the Extreme Showdown. If you're good enough, do it. It's 20,000 Team Affinity points. I think it's just unnecessary frustration. A lot of people like to do the Extreme Showdown. I think it's just unnecessary anger, frustration. If you mess up once, you got to start over. You can honestly get away with ignoring the Extreme Showdown. If you want to do it, flex your muscles and do it. I don't usually do it. It's not necessary. A second thing you can ignore are the multiplayer missions. Honestly, you can just get these done by playing the game, ranked seasons, battle royale, events. You can just casually get these done in the background. You don't have to worry about just doing the multiplayer missions right away. Don't even worry about the multiplayer missions. Okay, the first thing that I look to complete are the player exchanges. I would try to start, if you have enough cards to exchange to get the 4th player exchange done, I would do that. It's 15,000 Team Affinity points. I did not have enough to get the 4th level done. I had enough to get the 3rd level done. That's 12,500 Team Affinity points. And then I had enough to do, I had a bunch of duplicates, so I did the 2nd level. That is 7,500 Team Affinity points. Altogether, it's 20,000 Team Affinity points. You're already a third of the way there to get a boss. Do the player exchanges. The next thing that I would look to knock out are the moments. They're pretty straightforward. They are basic. They are on veteran difficulty. You should not struggle to get these done. They are all worth 3,000 Team Affinity points. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 moments. So if my math is correct, that's another 15,000 Team Affinity points. Do the moments. So after you do the exchanges and the moments, you're going to want to focus on the single player missions. Like I said, you can do the multiplayer missions, but those will get done in the background while you're playing the game. Ranked seasons, VR, events, those will get done. You want to focus on the single player missions. This is the quickest way to get Team Affinity done. When you're in the single player missions list, you want to focus on the play versus CPU. Don't worry about mini seasons. Don't worry about conquest. Play the CPU. It is the easiest way to get the missions done. You're going to rack up a bunch of runs. You're going to rack up a bunch of hits. You're going to rack up a bunch of strikeouts. And you're going to be able to keep doing it over and over and over again. Before you play any games against the CPU, you need to make sure that you have the proper lineup. Your lineup needs to be eligible. You need Season 2 players. Season 2 eligible players from the division that you're trying to complete. If you have Season 1 players in your lineup, the stats aren't going to tally. You're going to be doing it for absolutely no reason. So make sure your players, you have core players and you have live series players or any other Season 2 eligible players in your damn lineup so you're not doing it for absolutely no reason. Here is my lineup. I have all Season 2 eligible AL East players in my lineup. Remember, double check, because you don't want any ineligible players. You don't want to be doing this for no reason. Double check, get it right. I also have a bunch of eligible Season 2 AL East pitchers in my rotation and in my bullpen. So I'm set up and ready to go here. Honestly, it does not matter what overall they are because you're going to be playing on rookie difficulty against bad pitching in a small ballpark. So it's going to be easy to get hits and it's going to be easy to strike batters out. Right now, I'm trying to get the AL East Team Affinity done. So if we look right here, it says I need to tally 25 hits with Season 2 eligible AL East players. And this goes for every single division. These tasks are exactly the same in every single division. So make sure you have the proper lineup for the division that you are doing, please. Once you get the 25 hits, you get 7,500 more Team Affinity points. Also, it says I need to tally 25 strikeouts with Season 2 eligible AL East players and play versus CPU, which is another 5,000 Team Affinity points. So the quickest way to get the 25 strikeouts and the 25 hits is to load up a game against the CPU on rookie difficulty. Rookie difficulty. Do not make it harder than it needs to be, please. Rookie difficulty. You're going to get 15 strikeouts with your pitcher. That could take you 5 innings. If you strike out the side for 5 innings, you're going to get the 15 strikeouts. You're going to be racking up hits as well because you're going to be hitting the ball when you're not pitching. So you're going to get a bunch of hits. You're going to get the 15 strikeouts. Once you get 15 strikeouts, you're going to back out. Back out of the game, load up another one. This time, the second game, you're only going to need 10 strikeouts. 15 plus 10 is 25. Hopefully, while you did this, you're going to get the 25 hits. So each time, you're going to get 12,500 Team Affinity points. Just keep loading up the CPU games. They are repeatable. So once you hit the 25, you got to restart because you can't go over the threshold. You can't go over the limit. Restart the game. Do it all over again. While you are racking up the strikeouts and the hits, you are going to get the PXP with the players you are using. So you need 1,500 PXP with players from the division you are completing. That's 5,000 Team Affinity points. And you also need 500 PXP with the bosses, which is absolutely nothing. And that is another 5,000 Team Affinity points. It's free at this point. When you get enough Team Affinity points to get your first boss, you're going to want to pick a pitcher. Because in my opinion, the strikeouts, it's easier to rack up the strikeouts than it is to get the hits. So you're going to want to pick a pitcher. So if I'm in the AL East, I'm going to pick Ryan Yarbrough first, and then I'm going to worry about the offensive players after I pick the pitcher. So once you get the boss pitcher, you're going to be able to knock these missions out even quicker. So if I look right here, I need to tally 10 strikeouts with Ryan Yarbrough, and that is 10,000 Team Affinity points, and it's repeatable. So keep pitching Ryan Yarbrough. It's repeatable. On top of this, you're still going to get the 5,000 for getting the 25 Ks. So use Ryan Yarbrough every single time. That is another 15,000 Team Affinity points every time you complete these two things. Like I said, you're going to want to load up a game against the CPU on rookie difficulty. You also want to play in a stadium that is very small with short fences so you can get a bunch of cheap hits, home runs, extra base hits. Make sure you are the home team so you can pick the stadium. I like this home run derby created stadium. It should be in the vault. This is my go-to. So again, rookie difficulty, small ballpark, and pick a trashy team that you know has bad pitching. So Rockies, A's, pick a bad team. Please make it easy on yourself. If you follow this method, you do it all correctly, you're going to get this done in absolutely no time. And you're going to have a bunch of Team Affinity cards to use. Like I said, I use this method all of the time. It works for me. Hopefully it works for you. Lock it in.